Hello everyone, I'm Miss Rachel from the Antioch Public Library District, and I'm here today to talk to you about making graphs. We're going to be making a bar graph of the temperature for the last week, and I have all those temperatures already written down. Now when I filmed this, it was a little bit earlier in the year. I filmed it back in April, so the temperatures are going to be very different from the temperatures that you'll be experiencing when you see this program a few months later. But that's okay, because it's still the same process. You're going to take a sheet of graph paper, which you may have in your house, or you may need to go on the internet and look up graph paper and have a grown-up help you print it out. It's very easy, and then on the bottom you're going to make your x-axis. That goes straight across the bottom row and straight across every row. And then along the side, going up and down, is your y-axis. Your y-axis is going to be temperature. On your x-axis, which says day, you're going to write today, Thursday, and then you're going to write Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, so that you can graph 1 week. I made abbreviations so that each day would fit on the bottom of my graph, but this gives you a general idea of what it should look like. And now I'm going to write out the different temperatures for each day, and we're going to graph them on this scale here, which says temperature. We're going to write, let's start with 50. It gets above 50 every day in April. 60. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 70, 4, and 80. And since you're doing this in the summertime, you're probably going to want to put another one for 90 and 100. I can leave that off my chart because there were no days in the last week that got above 70 degrees, let alone 80 degrees. This process will work best if you actually space out your y-axis differently. We're going to change it because I made the numbers too big in their differences apart. So we're going to start with 50 down here at the very bottom. And then we're going to make this one, the first notch, 55. This 50 is where the x and the y-axis meet. We're putting 55 at this first notch. 60 here, 65 here, 70 here, 75 here, 80 here. We did have one day that was above 85 degrees last week, so I am going to put, not above 85, but above 80 degrees, excuse me. The highest temperature this week was 81, and that was on Monday. We're going to put that here. On Thursday of last week, the temperature was 51 degrees. So we're going to draw a bar that goes in between 50 and 55, and we're going to shade it. You can use colored pencils for this to make it more interesting. Use a different color for every day of the week. On Friday, the high temperature was 72. So we draw a bar that goes all the way up in between the 70 and the 75. And then we color it in. And so this is what they start to look like. On Saturday, it got all the way up to 75. So we're going all the way up to this mark here. On Sunday, it was 65. So we're going to go straight up to this mark right here. On Monday, it was 81 degrees. So we're going to go just over that 80 degree mark. On Tuesday, it was 64. So we're going to go almost up to 65, but not quite. And on Wednesday, it was 68, so we're going to go just under 70 here. And then I'm going to color them all in. And I'm using gray, but you should use colored pencils. And make sure you make this chart every single day so that you don't have to go back and check the weather to see what it was on the different days of the week. You only have to check it on the day that you're coloring in. And of course, I'm doing mine in a little bit of a hurry so that I'm not sitting here for an hour coloring this graph in for you. But when you do yours, I want you to make it nice and neat so that you can get a really good idea of just what the differences are from day to day when you look at your finished chart. Here we are coloring in Tuesday, where it was just under 65 degrees, and Wednesday, where it was just under 70 degrees. And there we are. You can do all kinds of things to compare different events and different features. If you want to get a bag of M&Ms, open them up and write color on the bottom for the x-axis and number on the side for the y-axis, you can see how many of each color there are, and then you can color those bars in using the same color of the M&Ms. So for red, if there are 30 M&Ms in your pack, maybe there are 2 red ones, and then we'll have to see how many green, yellow, orange, brown, and blue ones there are. And you'll mark them each down on your chart, and then you can compare them. Charts are really useful in this way. Bar graphs are really cool, and they're lots of fun to make, as you saw here. That's all I have for this week's episode of STEM. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.